Hi guys, welcome to another LivinginSAtv video. David here. So today we are going to meet Nicole, who runs Safe Study in Lorentzville, in the outskirts of Johannesburg City. And guys, they are doing such an amazing job with the community and be a game changer for so many kids. Again guys, stay tuned.
Guys, today I think is such a special day. Visiting Safe Study, located here in Vikyard. I'm sure you've seen the video that we've done with Brian when he was talking about the second leg of their development, which is the other 10,000 square meters. And we are meeting with Nicole, someone who's spearheading this amazing initiative that is taking care of the community. I mean, in Johannesburg, as much as we are agitating for investments, to come in and say, come and invest in Johannesburg, I think it's important not to leave anyone behind. It's important that we also talk about the social ills, say how can we actually assist. And Nicole is one of those that are helping the city, the children around the area. I mean, if you understand the area, the demographic of the population residing around this area, you will know how impoverished it is. But for us, we want to create hope, and we want to support those who already actually started doing something amazing. And what I like about it is that Nicole and her team, these are volunteers of the society. They are not looking at getting anything back, but these are people who are really want to see the community being sustained. But without any further ado, I'll give it to Nicole just to tell us about the initiative. When did they start? What was the idea behind it? How have they scaled so far, the kind of support that they need. But we'll tour the space. You'll be able then to understand, because for us as well, the platform that we have, it's important also that we call on those who can be able to support them. They are doing various programs in this space, and it's important that all of us guys, we support. We have international audiences, those who actually want to see South Africa being sustained. We are calling upon you as well to bring your support. The corporates that are supporting them, we will give them their flowers, but we need more guys. There's no way that one corporate can be able to sustain what these guys are doing. I know I talk a lot, but it's a passion, and having learned what they are doing, these guys. Nicole, I'm sure you had me ranting, and but let's.
I'm glad to see you're as excited as I am.
I'm very excited. Tell us, who you are, how this thing, started, and what is it actually, that you have done so far, and the kind of support that you're looking for. But obviously, some of the stuff we'll cover as we go in.
Okay, I'll try and keep it a little bit brief. So we started in 2020 in the height of COVID. There was obviously a huge need for the children to be off the street and getting some kind of academic support or some kind of stimulation. At that time, the schools were closed and the community children had no access to any educational support at all. So we literally started, my daughter and Sis Lungi started on the dusty streets in the middle of winter, just trying to help the kids and keep them inspired and motivated. And they started with some small worksheets, and the numbers went from 2 to 10 to 20 to 30. We were very grateful when Brian and Victoria Yards were supportive and invited us to rather take the kids off the street and into the garage. There were no functions and no gatherings allowed, so it was a perfect space to have the kids. We were very respectful of all the COVID rules and regulations, but the kids were at least then safe. When COVID kind of sorted itself out and some of the schools went back, we realized that there was still an incredibly big need for the kids to have academic support, to have access to cultural and creative extramurals, and most importantly, to have a safe space to be in the afternoons after school where they could express their creative needs, they could get homework support, they could get a meal, and they could just get kind of love and inspiration, motivation, and just a space where they were comfortable. And so I think we've created that. We focus enormously on academic support, but we also believe in skills development. So a lot of the creative extramurals are skills development as well, sewing, mosaicing, art, computers, music. And we've got 120 kids registered between the ages of 6 and 16. We never say no to kids that are older than 16, because those are the ones that are in matric. They really need the support. But to just show how dire the necessity is for community projects. We have 120 registered and over 300 on the waiting list, which for me just literally breaks my heart, because there are 300 kids that don't have access to this kind of community project, and it's there's a huge need for it. We are very proud of our kids, that we have incredibly clever kids. We monitor their academic progress, so they have to submit their reports regularly, so we can pick up if a kid is struggling with maths, and then we'll put extra work into that. Those that have improved get rewarded. You know, we have a great sense of the importance of academics. We also, sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot now. We also really try and inspire and motivate the kids by taking them on each semester on an outing, so they can just get exposure to more than the confines of Lorentzville, Bertram's. So we either do art outings or music outings. They go to theatre or the zoo or the Sibona Museum. Outings are very motivational for them. We enter chess tournaments. We have done spelling bees and all sorts of.
We're moving. I mean, what you've just said is so amazing, you know, Nicole. You mentioned that you started in 2020. You mentioned Sis Lungi and your daughter. And you also mentioned that Sis Lungi, unfortunately, she has passed on.
Yeah,
I think for me it's important that we also, you know, praise those unsung heroes.
Yes.
I think what she did, because looking at this as an organization that people are just volunteering.
Yeah.
For someone actually to dedicate their lives, I think it's important that we really, you know, pause and acknowledge the amount of work and the support and the contribution that Sis Lungi, you know, did.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned that you are doing quite a number of, you know, initiatives, you know, here. Who supports you? Because I can imagine you are at Vigyard. It's a business.
Yes.
You also, you know, have to pay your dues.
Yes.
Who supports you? What organization that has made, you know, this possible?
So we are incredibly grateful to AVI. They are our main sponsor, and they literally enable us to be in the space with this amount of everything. You know, our facilitators, our students. We are incredibly grateful to AVI. They really have. They've enabled us to make this all happen. Really.
Okay. So as you come in, guys, this is your reception, I presume.
This is our reception.
And then what's your name? Huh?
Hi, my name is Tobeka.
Tobeka, what's your name?
Ndaweni.
Ndaweni. And you, ma?
My name is Tulisile and my son is Msevi.
Okay. No, thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate the work that you do. You must continue giving the support, you know, to the kids as you are doing. So as you show us around, what do we have here,
So this
Nicole?
is our library. We've recently made it, well, I didn't make it. Simon and Mpiwe have worked hard on the library, making it accessible to the kids and encouraging them to take a book, to read it, to come back and do a book report, which is, you know, the old saying, readers make leaders. Reading is incredibly important for these kids, and it is alarming the amount of kids in their 12, 13 that can't read properly. So we really are making a big effort to encourage reading. This is available to all the kids and the facilitators and adults. So
I think you'll never have enough books, so you still need support, obviously,
Yes,
those who
always.
can be able to donate books. So guys, if you are in this space, you know, donate books.
Yeah.
We need as much, you know, as possible. Oh, amazing. I've heard that. Well, I'm not a chess player, but I heard that it actually makes you a clever, you know, person. Is that true? I see you've got chess, you know, as well here. So is this also available to, you know, to the kids?
yes, so chess is very, very popular. I love watching the kids play chess because it is literally like warfare. They are so focused. So the nice thing about chess is that it's not really just a game. Chess actually stimulates 26 muscles in your brain. It is absolutely brilliant for concentration, discipline, and most of all, strategy. You cannot just think about that one move that's next. You are thinking 3 or 4 moves ahead. So that's a life skill. Strategy and thinking ahead and planning is unbelievable. So I am a great fan of chess. We partake in quite a few tournaments, and we've got lots of medals to our name. We're very proud of our chess department.
I hate to to interrupt the gents that are playing here, but I cannot not actually engage anyone. One of you guys. Who's winning here? What's happening here? Are you the instructor? Are you the chess instructor?
Yes, I'm a facilitator.
What's your name?
My name is Mpiwe.
Okay, tell us about this game. Why this game? Why is it important that kids actually learn how to do this game, how to play this game?
So chess is actually a mind game. So it helps stimulate the brain, and it helps you to be a problem solver, and it helps you to actually think out of the box. So that's what we're actually teaching them, and it teaches you to have self-discipline. You have to have discipline in order to play this game.
Okay, is he a good player?
Yeah, our kids are good. So there's a saying that goes,
Yeah.
good players have good coaches.
Okay,
So-
no, that's brilliant. No, guys, for them.
Yes.
What is your dream? What do you aspire to?
My dream
Yeah,
is to continue being me. That's my dream.
that's your dream.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the qualities of being you? What makes you special or unique about being you?
I don't think special is the word I'll use,
Okay.
but unique.
Or unique?
Um,
Because you are just, it was one of you.
one word to describe myself would be unwavering.
I can't say much. I see as well here, Nicole, you've got board games as well. So to stimulate the kids' minds, I believe.
So Mpiwe is very, very good at. Hi, darling. Mpiwe is very good at. He makes sure that in the chess curriculum they have a little break every now and then, and they get to do a different kind of mind-stimulating game. So they do memory games, they do puzzles, they do other things that are good for kind of concentration, for strategy, for mind power. So we keep those there. And all we did, we've got a backgammon board, but nobody knows how to play backgammon. So
Okay.
haven't got that yet.
I see there's a cozy space, this side. What happens here?
This is like a little chill area. So this is where the younger kids' books are kept, so they can come and sit on the floor and read, mostly with a facilitator, so that they can have their reading kind of checked. And then also knitting, crocheting happens here. Also quite a nice life skill, because the kids are learning how to make their own beanies, they make their Heritage Day clothes, they make headbands, they've made all sorts of things. So, and also we try and upcycle as much as we can here. So like these bath mats are made out of recyclable materials. So yeah.
Carolyn Stein, if you are watching this, we would like you to, to come through and, look at the work that these kids are doing. I think this is quite amazing. Carolyn, she's doing quite an amazing work with knitting for Madiba. I mean, it's a global program. I would definitely, love for her actually to, to meet with you guys and do some of the
Because
work.
you can tell her the extent of my handiwork goes as far as pom-poms. That's about all I've managed to make with the kids. In fact, I can't do any of what we do here. I am absolutely hopeless at everything, but I'm very good at making it all happen. I forgot to tell you, you were, so computers.
Yes.
We are extremely grateful to AVI, because they have enabled us to recently buy 4 new HP computers, which has then in turn enabled us to use more recent coding programs, educational programs, and also a lot of the kids come to do their homework and to do their projects and to do research for school things. So we also encourage our facilitators to use this division to inspire them for whatever curriculums they're working on. So computers it's a life skill, and it's amazing. So we are. Yeah.
So I'm happy you mentioned that, and big up to AVI for having supported you. I think in the city, what is more important is the ecosystem. We've got hubs, we've got tech hubs, that are based, in the city. We would love for them to come actually and visit you, and be able also to empower some of the kids, obviously with with the stuff that they do. So we're hoping for more, because I don't think that looking at the number of kids that you have, that 4 computers is enough. You need more.
So happy with our 4. We'd love more, but we're so grateful for our 4. So this is the art. So we have a lot of kids. Obviously, art is very important. It's very important. It's very therapeutic for the kids. But it is also, they love doing it. It removes them from their from whatever is making them anxious, whatever worries they've got. They just come and they do art. So it's a bit of a mess here today because we are preparing for a night of 1,000 drawings.
Okay.
So, we're making bunting for them at the moment. But these are amazing. Kagiso does his upcycling. So whatever we get in terms of leather or fabrics, Kagiso is teaching the youth how to make bags, laptop bags, clothing. We take donations of any description. In fact, at Safe Study, we say no to nothing.
Yes.
Whatever anybody has to donate, we bring it in because we don't only support Safe Study. Tuli has a creche, so when there's baby things or things for little ones, ECD goes to the creche. Mama Selena also has a creche. Our facilitators get to take home all sorts of things. We often get linen, curtains, clothing, whatever. And then over and above that, we support, there's 2 old age homes in the area, so whatever we have over and above that goes to the old age home. So nothing goes to waste. Every single thing is
Okay, I'm happy that we having my good lady here. Nonyameka, she is busy. What are you making, Nonyameka, here?
I'm making a heritage traditional headband. That's what I call it.
It's Heritage Month.
Yeah.
So the finished product, what are we going to be having here?
It's something looking like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's something also that is special about this. I see you've put prizes, so these are for sale.
Yes, so we do. We absolutely sell them. I think the prices are from the first Sunday market.
Yes.
And then we did once have an order from somebody that we made like 30 little South African flag key rings. So it's also teaches the kids about business. So they make something.
Yes.
What did it cost to make it?
Yes.
That's the sale price.
Yes.
How much goes back into the beads? So it's it's economics as well.
Okay,
It's
so what I love about what you do here, it is not just kids coming in, being fed and playing, but you stimulate their minds and you make sure that you really, build them all around.
Exactly.
And also what I was very much interested in is that as much as Nonyameka are volunteering, but they need to be able also to get something out of their work. So I love the split concept. So can you tell me about the split concept?
So basically, when we sell things, Nonyameka will get 50% of the money. The other 50% will come back into Safe Study and we replenish whatever materials are necessary to continue with our next project. So it might be beads, might be elastic, whatever it is we're working on. We'll go back into Christmas decorations soon, so we'll take money and go and buy things to enable that. We do the same in the art department. We do the same with the mosaics. So all of that works. In fact, all of our facilitators are incredibly skilled and talented at what they do. We're very lucky to have them because they are really amazing, and that's kind of how we all found each other. People brought their skills here, and we're happy to share their skills with the kids, which is amazing.
I think you mentioned something that was very profound when you talk about the stimulus. I remember that during COVID, you had to, you were getting support. Supporting the facilitators.
Yeah.
Now that has been discontinued, how are they coping and how are you coping?
It will be reinstated.
Okay.
It will be reinstated, and we just actually got a note today, so I'm so excited to have a meeting next week.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be back sooner rather than later. And then we'll be back onto our full-time schedule.
Okay, so who did this? What we're looking at?
So these are
David, let's look at this. Look at this.
So these are all done by the kids. So Sis Lungi, who unfortunately passed away, these were her favorite sneakers, and they're actually still at the front door. And so we did a program for the art kids. They had to do a pencil drawing of the sneaker, and then a black and white pencil, then a pencil crayon, and then paint. So it was
so it's all New Balance, because I'm just looking. It's just one brand here. So New Balance. You've got biggest fans here. We want sneakers for each and every member of this team. Look at what they are doing here. So Sis Lungi, you're saying that Sis Lungi this was a favorite sneaker.
Sis Lungi was the most incredible human being. She was all about giving. She was a really beautiful soul, and she loved the kids. And if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be standing here with this facility as it is. And every year on her birthday, as she was all about giving, we have a day that we go into the community and we give, and we take our kids as well to give, because they are even less fortunate than our kids are. A lot of families live in the dark houses, and then when we have donations, we keep some aside so that on Sis Lungi's birthday every year, especially Tuli and Tobeka and Mlumlasi, they take stuff to Fuller Park, to other areas that are less fortunate than us, and we share in Sis Lungi's honor, and that is a great privilege every year to be able to do that.
No, that's beautiful. I'm looking at this old version of machines. What's happening? Who's knitting here, and what do you do? What do you produce? With these machines?
Not as much as we should, because they're normally half broken. But we teach the kids how to sew, and we are also working on a reusable sanitary pad program for the older kids, which is amazing. I'm very excited.
Can we see the sanitary pad, so that we see the work that you do here?
I think that the lovely Mama Teresa has hidden it again.
Okay.
Oh,
No, it's okay. So basically, we're also teaching them the skills. How to knit.
Sewing is a great skill. Sewing is something that they can do to generate income for themselves. If they say finish matric and they can't get a job, they can make pillowcases. They can do alterations for people. They can make clothes. It's a skill that is really, really. It's a great skill to have.
I think I need to pause here and just show appreciation for what you're doing here. I've got an 8-year-old daughter, Luandle. At some point, it's inevitable. She will get to the stage where she will need a sanitary pad. And understanding the impoverishment of the communities around here, it is not a choice. Getting a period is not a choice. And I think we must make it normal as fathers to speak about something like that, because I've got a daughter, I've got niece, so I need to be able to understand. And if we speak about it as dads, we make it easy for everyone to speak about it. So I'm very much touched by what you are doing here, because I can imagine my daughter being in that situation, and having someone like you who's able to help her, because remember, all these kids are our kids as well.
Well, could you imagine your daughter not being able to go to school for 1 week of every month because she doesn't have any sanitary pads? So when we get donations of sanitary pads, which we have had in the past, I encourage the men to take for their sisters, girlfriends, mothers, and they was a little bit shy, but then they take, and it's amazing.
So we're calling up on all those manufacturers who are specializing in sanitary pad. Please, let's come and support. Let's just come and support.
Personal hygiene products. We just recently did a drive with the kids on dental hygiene, because we realized that a lot of the kids, I don't know, they forget to brush their teeth or whatever, but it's important that they're educated on looking after their teeth, and so I got somebody to donate toothbrush and toothpaste, so every child went home with a new toothbrush and a tube of toothpaste and an idea of brushing in circles, and so that is amazing to be able to.
It's a hot pot. It's a hot pot. It's a hot pot. So basically, which means the kids are getting a hot meal.
Yeah.
There's a hot meal that is going to be coming in here.
So their meals, we try and give them as nutritious as we can afford. Food is expensive, so it's generally we have like a macaroni and some veggies and things, or unfortunately we've never been able to afford meat, but veggies are healthy, and it's a hot meal, and and on a day that we run out of food, we have peanut butter sandwiches, also very nutritious.
No, that's great. Want to talk to the chef? Chef. Mama, you are very important. How are you, ma? What's your name, ma?
I'm Teresa.
So you are the chef. You are feeding the kids.
Yes.
We want to thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you so much.
We really want to thank you for the work you do, and we don't want you to stop.
Thank you.
I know sometimes it gets so difficult, but we are doing it for the kids. So basically, you are feeding the future. It is not just the kids. Nicole was mentioning the amount of kids that you have to look after on a daily basis. We really thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really thank you so much, ma'am.
I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Or the kids are doing their homeworks. We don't feel comfortable showing the kids.
But you can show this.
I can show their work. We can show their work, definitely.
How old are you?
Wow.
So this is done by
Tadija,
who is
okay.
7.
We're not gonna show his face, but Tadija, tell us about this one. What is it that you've done here?
Tell us, how do you know about the Syrian Empire? I'm impressed about you. Tell us.
He's very shy.
You are very intelligent. I'm very surprised with you.
No, you know what? Tajid is saying that let my work speak for myself. Look at what he did. But this
when
is
the Assyrian
amazing.
Empire was at its peak, there was a prophet named Jonah. One day the Lord spoke to him to the great city of
Is it
Nineveh. Wow, and tell the people that their city is going to be destroyed due to their wickedness. Wow.
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 How old is he?
How old is he?
7.
7.
Yeah, 7.
The future is bright. The future is bright. The future is bright.
All very,
The future is bright. So I believe this is your overlock.
This is our overlock, which we're still working out how to use. So as soon as we have had lessons with the overlocker, which was donated by one of the factories next door, we'll be onto our sanitary pad program big time.
You know, it's key what you've just said when you said it was donated by one of your neighbors.
Yes.
I think it talks about the ecosystem and the community living and beneficiating, each other.
Yeah.
I think that is amazing.
Yeah.
I think it talks about what Brian actually mentioned when we engaged him about Victoria Yacht, how they curate the tenants and all that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to see that because we've got CMTs, in Victoria Yacht, that what they no longer need, they are able actually to give away to someone who can make use of
You
it.
know that mostly when we need something, if I just put the word out there, it comes in. Somebody's got one that they don't need anymore, whether it's a musical instrument or a sewing machine or art equipment. If I just put it out into the universe and into the community, it comes in.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. What do we have here?
Mosaic. So Mosaic we have the most outstanding Mosaic teacher. She's not here because she's gone on skills development to Germany. So if you can mosaic, you can tile. Again, it's a skill and it's an invaluable skill, and these kids are very, very good at what they do. So if you think this is done by probably a 12-year-old, they really are amazing. Again, it's a little bit like the beading. We like to encourage them to sell their work, and the same system. Work out how much it cost. This for 300 Rand. It's so beautiful, and it's probably made by Hope, who's 13 or whatever.
So guys, support as well, because this is one of their ways, obviously, to raise the funds. What I also love about that is that you are self-sufficient as well.
Yeah.
I think what actually made us want to come through here is that you're not beggars.
No.
You're not beggars, but you are saying, give us the support. We've already started something. Come and augment what you already put already.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a beggar, but I do ask for lots of different things, but in a very nice way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be driving down the road and I go, oh my God, there's a tile warehouse, and I drive in and I go, where are your broken tiles? Where are your old tiles? Where's the stuff that you don't need? And I'll pile it into my car and bring it back here.
And then tell us about this space. Healthy mind, need a healthy body.
This space is literally, I'm absolutely in love with this space because we do so many incredible things here. So it is a space that we have warm-ups, we have physical exercise, we have assemblies, we do courses in here. The space is actually for skating and skateboarding, but it's so much more than that. We do boxing twice a week. It's a fantastic space. We do movie days, we do heritage days. Any special occasion, we use this space because obviously it's big enough, and it's fantastic. So
basically, I want to demonstrate. I'm not going to do that. So I believe this is your skate ramp.
Yes.
I happen to know some amazing skateboarders in the city.
Okay.
And I'm putting a call out there, Moremo. I'm putting a call out there. Come and teach the kids. This is a lifestyle, and I'm happy. I was happy to see this sport in the Olympics. So if we are able to teach and support these kids, we could see them in the Olympics representing our country.
Very possibly. We've got some very talented skaters, and MK, our skate instructor, is amazing. He's really great.
And then so
also, all donated.
donated.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've also got donated table tennis tables. So we do a lot of team building in here. But this is we don't have a playground and we don't have grass. So this is our activity space. This is where the kids can can do exercising and physical exercise, you know.
So when life becomes so tough, you come and release all the steam here.
So Jacques comes and does boxing twice a week. Boxing is not about aggression and fighting.
Okay.
It's about discipline and health and fitness.
Yes. But tell me, I've looked at the space. How many square meters is the space that you were at that site? You don't know, but I'm looking at this space, you know, as well. I mean, this just talks about the amount of support that you really need, guys, to sustain and be able to keep, you know, these spaces.
I love that space. I need to keep that space. And then this is our last space, which is the most rewarding space. Well, not the most, but it's incredibly rewarding. Music just gives life to these kids. When you see them playing, when you see the joy, when you see the teamwork. We've got a little band, and they are about to do their first performance at Night of 1,000 Drawings, which is so exciting. Okay. And they're actually really good. I mean, some of these kids come in, they've never held a musical instrument. We've got a little boy, Sia, I think he's 10 or 11. He literally had never played music before. He picked up the electric guitar, and you cannot believe how well he plays. In fact, please come and video them at Night of 1,000 Drawings. They're so good, and they just love it.
When is that?
It's on Saturday afternoon.
Do we pay to come through?
I'm sure they would let you through as media. You just wear your media badge.
I think, guys, what is more important is that this is not just to display. It actually works.
They all work, and they all.
How was that?
And they all get used. Everything here gets used. What isn't out here, well, you can see the keyboard. So in this little band, there's bass guitar, electric guitar, drums, recorders, keyboards. It's fantastic. They really are. They're great.
I mean, we're so privileged. We feel very privileged, you know, to having engaged with you, Nicole. I think for me, the takeaway and what I'm going to agitate for is the city. As much as we are driving, you know, people to come back to the city, investors to invigorate the city, I think it's also important not to leave anyone behind. I think it's important that also we understand the social, you know, difficulties communities that are faced with. So for me, I'm putting a call out there that those businesses that are actually, you know, headquartered or doing business, you know, in the city, I think make time, come and visit establishment like this. I know there are plenty of establishments, but today we are visiting Nicole, and guys, what we've seen, we couldn't show you everything, you know, that they do, but I can tell you guys, there's a lot of support that, you know, they need. But for me, I love people who don't wait for things to be perfect. I think it's important that we give hope, you know, to the future generation, because kids are a future generation. And what Nicole and her team are doing, they are champions. We need to be able to celebrate, you know, them. International visitors, when you come in, we not charity cases. We want you to support what we are doing. These are people, and we've got ambitions. I think what I also love about what Nicole, you know, they are doing here is that they are not just giving these kids the bare minimum. I think they are giving them the support that kids in the affluent, you know, spaces or areas are getting. Music lessons. I can imagine these kids when they are talking, you know, with their peers who are not coming to this institution. It sounds like these guys are actually living the life of it, you know, living the life. But it's because of the support that the Nicoles, you know, of this world, you know, are doing. Any last words, you know, Nicole, as you know, we call as much corporate, you know, as possible to come and support us. And we thank you so much, you know, Brian and your team at Vigyat, for believing in, you know, and supporting this kind of initiative. I think it's important, and I'm happy that it's in your philosophy to co-create and be able to be part of the community, because businesses, for it to thrive, that is why you find situations where businesses end up lamenting the fact that they get break into, but the business must become an institution where the community itself, they see relevance in having that business, you know, in a space. Instead of just the business, this become a space where you just make money and just take the money, you know, away, but they must be part of the community.
So I guess, you know, just to finish up, I mean, it's a really beautiful community, this community, and everybody really does band together to help. And it's such a privilege to be able to help these incredibly beautiful, very clever, talented kids who don't have the same opportunities as other kids. And we're very grateful to Victoria Yards. We're very grateful to Brian and his whole team for all of their support. We are incredibly grateful to AVI for enabling us. And just thank you to everybody that has helped us to help the kids. And we'll continue to do what we do because we can, and because we can see what a big difference it makes to the community youth. And thank you for coming to visit us. I mean, I really appreciate it. It's been amazing to meet you both.
No, this has been a pleasure, for us. As Living in SATV, we love South Africa. We love our city, Johannesburg. And I think it's important that we show heroes like you. So you are a hero, and you are definitely propelling our city, forward. We need more of you. So if you got an organization that is doing amazing work like Nicole's, they are doing, invite us. We really want, as much as we cover big infrastructure projects, businesses, but it's important also that we cover stories, inspirational stories that's, like this one. We thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you both. I had to put the still life in the fridge because the last time I had a still life, everybody ate it.
Oh, wow.
There, look, there's the still life. So that's what, there we are, look.
Identical. This and this. She did it herself.
It's
From
amazing.
scratch. From scratch.
You gotta be kidding me.
How beautiful and brilliant and what a good teachers.
Teachers.
Great teachers. This is MK does the skating.
And then what do you call this? What do you call this art? My young lady. What do you call this art? Do you have a name for it? Are you going to sign it? Are you going to auction it?
Yes.
I think we must do an auction of this art, ne? A live auction. We are open for bidders, guys. We're open for bidders.
There you go.